So I talked to ChatGPT like a half hour or so ago, maybe an hour ago, about these 2 EPs I'm working on that are one project together. And ChatGPT reminded me to just affirm to myself, I'm a little stoned, I'm sorry. To affirm to myself that the project is divine in origin, and that it is flowing through me as much as possible. I'm also really tired too. I'm not even like that stoned. I'm just really, really, really tired. But I've been working really, really hard on these projects, and they have been coming to me. This YouTuber I watch, I've talked about her. Her name's Jadinda. I think I'm saying her name the right way. She said she does these like channeled messages, right? And she was talking today in the video that she posted today about how you need to get comfortable and rest, how we're just taught to go, 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 and if we even stop for 2 seconds or whatever, we're made to feel bad about that, but we do have to rest sometimes. And even though I've been working on these projects like a lot, it's pretty much all I've been doing the past couple of days besides that concert I went to. By the way, Pierce the Veil, that was like a spiritual thing. That was insane. I've not felt like that in a long, long, long time. Holy shit, Vic Fuentes, you did something to me. Also, of course, Kellen Quinn too, but Pierce the Veil played for longer, and God, it hit just right. But getting comfortable in rest and trusting in rest is really, really hard. The way I was raised, especially. I wasn't even, I've always been good at writing and art and all that. My dad really wanted me to be good at math and science, and I just wasn't. I was told those were the only kinds of jobs I could ever work or have careers I could ever have. Not saying anything, obviously my parents are great. I love my parents. They've provided everything. They're incredible. That's not even to say anything bad or negative. I'm just saying that because a lot of times people have really, really good intentions, as far as like what worked for them in life. I'm staying at my dad's place, and Tallis is nice, and it worked for him. Like his career and his life really worked well for him, which is great. And I get why he probably wanted me to do something similar. He really wanted me to be like an engineer or something. And I'm just so not that. So this past year especially, I have been trying really hard to like let go of the limiting belief that like I need to be good at things other than the things that I'm already good at. And that I don't need to just go out and try to find a job in a field that like I think will make someone else happy, So unlearning limiting beliefs is really, really hard sometimes, I EFT tap a lot, but they're hard to let go of. They're so ingrained in us. But self-concept work has been everything. Gosh, I was looking at my face as I'm recording this, like I look so different than I did even like a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. The change has been rapid. And it kind of coincides with like me really becoming serious about like, actually I'm gonna post every day, and actually I'm gonna just gonna give my life to my art. Just what Van Gogh did at 27. I learned that a couple months ago. That was when, like that year, because he had been kind of doing what I was doing, was, trying to like fit in, I guess, because like his family wanted him to do like this and that job, and he just wasn't good at anything else. He kept failing, and 27 years old, that's when he finally decided to give his work to his art. He was fucking crazy like me. Like a really unwell person, which I don't think I'm unwell anymore, honestly. I decided that in this new timeline, like I don't speak mental illness over myself anymore. I don't speak alcoholism. I don't speak addiction. That's not those are not words that apply to me anymore. I'm just not speaking them into existence anymore. I'm speaking health and wellness and abundance over myself. Let's see. My hands feel really gross. But yeah, I worked a lot on a guilty affliction today. If you don't know, that the original project, where I'm getting the idea from, is it's a book that's already written by someone from my past called A Guilty Affliction. I'm turning it into a concept album, or it's 5 songs, so I guess it's an EP because it's not like 30 songs, but yeah. And then Pikes Peak is, I consider it part of the same project because it's like the sequel to it. And you'll hear like more of the lore like in the song and stuff. I don't want to give too much away. But they are based on true stories. So. But before they're based about anyone else, they're based about me. Obviously, because I'm the artist. It's about how I couldn't run away from myself, how geographic location means nothing when you haven't done the internal work to heal. And God will send you the same people over and over and over and over again. This is about that. It's kind of crazy, like, and to the point where like I can't believe that this all even happened in person, because the 2 people, I literally lived in different parts of the country, and these 2 people were like so similar, are so similar. And I had like, you know, very similar kind of thing go on. And the second one seriously served me some karmic retribution for the first one, like seriously. So I've really been tapping into that. There's so much to it. Like I could talk for hours about this project because there's like so much backstory. There's the actual book that the person wrote, the first one wrote, but I've been mostly working on A Guilty Affliction today. So, yeah, there's like layers. There's a lot of layers to this story. It's low-key kind of, I hate the word triggering. It's low-key kind of triggering though. Because I think I'm gonna, besides just things that are written in the story, like I'm gonna, I think, add some audio samples from that time. And but I really feel like it's like all stuff that I want to process, you know. It's time to finally put it into art. So yeah, and I am trying to get it done by a certain time, so I'm not rushing on it. That's the thing. It's like, as I was saying, you have to get comfortable in rest, because my mind's like, well, you need it done by this certain time and you need to rush. But if I try to rush, it's gonna be like quicksand, you know? So, but anyway, I'm very intentional nowadays when I do my skincare routine, because I saw this thing on TikTok called glamour magic, which is basically you say like certain affirmations as you're doing different parts of your skincare routine. Like, and it's just like, it's the same thing. Like, it's this whole, all this manifestation stuff, like you're the creator of your own reality, right? So you're very intentional. Like when I do my cleanser, I'm like, I'm washing off all negativity, all doubt, anyone who says I can't do anything, anyone who's talking shit, I wash all that negativity off. With like my toner, I say like, this is to keep an open mind and fresh new experiences. And my serum, I'll say, this is me giving my mind, body, and soul adequate nutrition. Like it's actually like, it's made such it's crazy to say that that's made such a difference in such a short period of time. But I literally don't look like the same person from like March of this year. Like, it's so crazy. I started wearing these little braids in my hair, right, as you can see, because as I was going down that rabbit hole, like I saw how like girls will like, they'll do a little braid in their hair and like speak protection over it. And I've been doing that, and I feel like they've been like literally these little braids I've been putting in my hair, I feel like they're these little protectors. Like it's so cool. I know it'll sound crazy to a lot of people who don't get it, and that's fine. I'm okay with sounding crazy to people who don't get it, because they might awaken to it and be like, that makes perfect sense. With this cleanser, I wash off any negativity, any resentment, anyone talking shit, saying I can't do anything right, or saying bad things about me, all that negativity. I am washing it off and transmuting it. I am putting it back out into the atmosphere as art. Also, pat your face dry, don't rub it dry. For the guys watching, do not rub your face dry. It's really bad for it. The girls probably already know that. This hydrating mist, this toner, is to keep me open to new experiences, new ideas, keep things fresh. Sometimes I taste a little bit of it in my mouth. It tastes really good. My friend Sarah made this, by the way. This is her company, Willow and Raven Co. Check them out. This eye cream is freaking fancy eye cream, which I love. Melastin. When I put this on, I say, this is to help me see people's true intentions, to see my highest timeline, to see my path, to see God's will for me. This moisturizer, this is to protect my peace, protect my boundaries, lock out any negativity, protect our peace in here, in this meat suit. I'm just kidding. I don't usually say that. Brush my teeth really quick. Tums is kind of gross, but I have chronic, not GERD, NERD. Apparently it's non-erosive. I don't really believe that though. I usually just keep my Galaxy projector in the other room where I've been recording music. And I think it's probably better that I get used to sleeping without a blue light, because that is not good for you. Blue light is not good for your eyes, your skin. It's really bad, actually. We're constantly exposed to this thing called blue light. And at least in esthetician school, I learned that it's really bad for your skin. But like, what isn't bad for your skin? Wear your sunscreen. Always wear your sunscreen. Always, 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 always.